welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. I still don't know which camera to look at. It's only episode 329, and we got a whole lot to talk about. Tell them what to do.
Heels Pop Cheer Stars.
Heels Pop Cheer Stars.
HBC bad guys.
HBC bad
IG
guys.
Twitter.
They
IG
get
Twitter.
TikTok.
No
They
sir.
get TikTok.
No sir.
I
I don't have access anymore.
I don't have access anymore.
I deleted it.
I deleted it.
I deleted it.
Not all of America, clearly, but
Whoever
still has it is selling their phones for like 30 G's
for TikTok.
for TikTok. TikTok's the new crack.
What? And understandably so. Did you guys enjoy the Royal Rumble? I mean,
Well,
The
It was a
men's
rumble.
rumble was popping. The women's rumble,
I
no. Wait, hold on. So I think the fact that the women's rumble started off the rumble first and foremost, they did a great job. I think the is probably because Charlotte won.
I think the
Yeah.
is because Nikki Bella was number 30.
That too.
Why?
I mean, I was expecting AJ Lee. I was happy for Nikki.
well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Considering everything that's
I don't
happened.
know why you were expecting AJ Lee because
Yo, at this point, I'm cool with Sunny coming out at 30, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I just expected a bigger name. But it made sense because she already called it too. You know what I mean? Like, but I think that's why you think it was lackluster because Charlotte won. Charlotte with her new face, newly minted divorce, ends up winning the Rumble. Cool, but Roxanne showed out, bro. Like, there was a lot of nice moments in the Rumble. Jada Parker got her moment. Lash Legend looked like a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
that
It was
was
a great
fun.
Rumble
That
for the
was
women.
fun
It
seeing
was fun.
Jada Parker and Last Legend.
Yeah.
That was a good moment.
And Naomi and Bianca, you know, all four, and then
Jordan
Chelsea Green trying to
Grace.
get in there. Jordan Grace made her,
Yeah.
her second Rumble, and
Yo, let's
let's
talk
say
about
she's headed to
let's talk
NXT.
about
Now.
the returning Alexa Bliss.
That was a big pop.
That part.
That was a big pop.
That shit was fire.
That was cool. That was cool.
The White Six.
I don't know. So it seemed like if you watch NXT this week, the way they ended it, they've been for the last couple weeks and the NXT with like the screen going to that code error, you know, like the little like Tetris situation, and it said Armageddon or so I don't know if they're moving the YS6 to NXT. It seems like the next
That
pay per view. That's what the move is, I think.
If
So
I didn't.
what does
that
that
be
mean?
the case?
I
I
mean,
was
they haven't
gonna
been
say,
doing
I think
anything with
that the doll that Alexa Bliss came out with,
I don't know. What does that mean?
Lily,
I-
she had a
Precise.
6 in her eye.
Ooh, damn! You
Yeah.
why? So like, how did you look so deep into the doll's eyes though? Like,
I don't kiss and tell, JP. I don't kiss
You know
and tell.
why? Don't ask questions. You don't want. You want to kissing dolls?
Wow,
I don't kiss and tell, bro.
you get, I
But Lily,
There you go. Hey,
let me just say that Lily's a freak.
wow. Lily Lily gets silly. I with Billy.
And Lily gets silly for a couple of billies, bro.
Where's the Willie? Dude, it's
Oh,
like
man.
when you get thrown to the Hall of Fame, you start doing crazy shit, bro. Yeah, man. I guess it's interesting. Every time they
Crazy shit, though,
mention
like-
the end of Chase U, a bunch of people get cut. It's like it's real.
It's like funding got cut. The pub
Yo,
grant,
just
no
like
more.
the janitor from Tank Abbott says, trash.
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 That's great. That's great. He himself deserves an Emmy, a Tony, and an Oscar, all in
He
one.
does. Trash.
So the men's rumble. Can we
Surprising.
talk
Like,
about?
I'm more surprised that you guys are surprised.
Right, that wasn't surprising, but it was great. Did you guys see that video of the father and the daughter that they were doing the Joe Henry shit beforehand, and then he was the next person to come out? That's such a dope moment.
Yes, that was dope.
100%, 100%. It's beautiful moments like that, man.
Rewatch
Sure,
it.
man. Oh, so you that was scripted? Hey, man, take it for what it is, bro. Made me smile. I'll take it for
They
the
were
face
watching
value.
that replay. They were watching that replay the next day.
It's
right?
irrelevant. I mean, it probably was the next day, right? Yo, but shout out to how the men's rumble started, bro. You had Penta, you had Rey Mysterio come out, and then you had Penta come out, bro.
Pantalone.
That shit was
Pantalone.
phenomenal, dude. That was so powerful that this week at work, man, when the worlds collide, I'm a school counselor, and there's this kid that's having like anxiety being in school. It's been a couple weeks. He has to like leave home early every day, so he's having stomach pains and shit. So I'm talking to him, and we discover that he likes wrestling, and he's a Rey Mysterio fan. So he saw the Rumble. So I'm like, oh, dope. I showed him, did you see Ray with Penta? He's like, who's Penta? So I show him the Rumble, and we go back to seeing who started it, and you saw Ray and Penta shaking hands, etc., acknowledging each other, and the Cero Miedo, and I explained what that was all about. Yo, he was hooked. So he comes in the next day. I happen to have a Rey Mysterio signed mask and a jacket. I'm not bringing the jacket though. I'm keeping that because little man might keep my mask. But shout out to Charlie for the mask. It was a gift. But anywho, I brought in the mask, and this kid, first thing in the morning, hands me a picture he drew of Penta. So from introducing him the day before, and what it stands for, the Cero Miedo, everything like that. I'm telling Leo, like, you gonna have this mask in school. You gonna put it on when you're feeling afraid. You're gonna have Cero Miedo. So now I like him in the hallways, and I see him like Cero Miedo. He does it back and shit. So it's dope, man. It's dope.
That's dope.
It's just beautiful to see how wrestling can heal. And, you know what I mean? And that's something that's important.
And also the power of representation, yeah?
Yes.
Right? First time in the World Rumble, we see two Mexican luchadors open the gates at the Men's Royal Rumble, and I think that representation, your story beautifully kind of ties that in. How we're seeing, I luchador you very much. I think that having Penta and Penta being this white hot baby face, was a fantastic idea. I don't know whose idea it was, but it was a really good idea.
Yo, and a crossing of the worlds on top of that, right? So this young dude. By the way, I got a picture today that he had to get a medical procedure to see what's going on with his stomach, to see if it's not that anything wrong, like physically. And he's at the hospital with the mask on, like just ready to go.
That's
It's
amazing.
fire.
It's fire.
But yo, in meeting his dad is old.
JP just violated 18 HIPAA laws.
Not at all. I said no names. I said nothing. Yo, the dad.
He said,
The
I
dad's
didn't
like,
talk about.
he likes his
Samantha."
wrestling. He's like his wrestling, and then I throw the name out Jack Veneno, and he's like, oh, claro que sí, coloco a Veneno. I'm like, that's right, bro. Got him
Nobody
hooked.
know Jack.
Come on now.
Stop playing.
Man.
Ain't
You know
nobody.
the deal. Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
Hall of Fame.
That he is, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody knows the news at this point in time. Triple H is the headlining inductee for the
all about the game and how you play
2025
it.
class of the Hall of Fame. That is, what are your thoughts? That's what's up.
Listen, it's interesting. Like, so the reason why there's a pause, right? Because I hear this announcement, and I think about what Shawn Michaels says. Yeah, you're in
the Hall of Fame because of the X, etc. Right? But you're not for you. And the thing is it that he's in the Hall of Fame for what he's done, or is he on the Hall of Fame now before what he's doing? Because remember, he's taking the reins over, and WWE is heading in a beautiful trajectory, and he's at the helm.
Papa H is cooking out here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, he's driving that hearse to the glory land. I was trying to use the name.
Isn't that
Hunter,
his middle name?
Hunter. That's what I was trying to go for the name. But yo, the Hall of Fame, is it like giving his flowers now for what he's doing with the company right now, with wrestling, with the industry, right? Because everything that's happening, the collaborations, the talent that's being brought in, the performances that are being put together, the box office hits, the Netflix deal, like yo, there's one thing after another, bro. They're not missing. It's like Carmelo's whole moniker is about Triple H right now. He's shooting and he's not missing.
I think that WWE is in a really interesting position. They have grown exponentially a couple of years. Not just that they're being broadcast in more households, but what we're seeing is the brand expansion. And the last couple of years, previously, when I think that the reality era had a lot to do with this. That was an era of like finding yourself. They were trying to find themselves because they had conquered wrestling, right? And it was like a now what? Yeah. And if you notice, like that's kind of at the tail end, right? Like we got the birth of NXT, we got like some expansion in like India and like other areas where they had like developmental facilities and whatnot. So it was like, how do we grow from here?
Right.
Unfortunately, there was so much focus on the business side that I think that we all can agree that wrestling suffered. And now AEW kind of put foot in ass to remind, like, yo, WWE, remind thyself, right? We are the kings for a reason. So here we are finding ourselves once again, and find ourselves we have. Because WWE not only has expanded itself in those different markets, but by going to Netflix, expanding to all these different households, right? Netflix is in many more homes than USA was, than 100%. Any other cable channel could be, right? They tried the WWE network, and we didn't know what we had when we had it, right? But right. The WWE network was legit, and it was a pioneer in wrestling content viewership and creation, and how they dominated a digital space. And so now Netflix is the manifestation of that, right? Like we saw it in Peacock a little bit, but now Netflix is like the next step. That what?
What are you saying?
The worst. Like you're the worst.
Well, you still see it in Peacock because that's where you see the pay-per-views, remember? Netflix is Raw, but the pay-per-views are on Peacock.
That's the only downfall to all this, is that there's no consolidation, right? It's kind of, I think one of the problems that professional sports have today, right? I think baseball is egregious with this particularly, but like the NFL also. They're on every goddamn platform.
Right.
And so if you're a fan of baseball, right? Like if you're a fan of the Yankees, right? There are games on there are games on Fox, there are games on Pix 11, there are games on Amazon, there are games on so the viewership I think struggles, and like I know like baseball viewership struggles just because it's 180 goddamn games, but being able to follow a team to fidelity in the kind of way that you wish you could, right? If you are a hardcore fan, it makes it hard, right? With the NFL, we've seen it with like the limitations and the blackouts. We've seen it with like Thursday night games. We've seen it with the NFL Network, right? And how they even struggle with it, right? Because the NFL Network isn't exactly exclusive anymore, right? Because of the inclusion of Amazon, because we've seen the NFL Sunday Ticket kind of changed direction a little bit, or Red Zone changed direction a little bit because now it's got some ads. But I think that it's a really interesting time in streaming right now, and
Talk about it.
WWE jumped to the worldwide leader, right? In doing so, they jumped into mainstream, much bigger than they already have. I mean, hey, let's not deny it. Um, and as we go on the road to WrestleMania, I'm going to, I wonder how much bigger we can get, right? The How much bigger? Can it get fatter? Can it get heavier? Will it smell
Wow.
different? Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
listen.
Like, how
Well,
is
listen.
it
Well,
gonna
listen.
be?
Does it
I feel
smell
like
different?
every time that the product elevates itself, I feel like there's no coincidence that big celebrity names coincide with that experience, right? And something we're seeing recently is Tiffany Stratton out here talking about she wants Sabrina Carpenter in her corner at WrestleMania. Sabrina Carpenter, Grammy Award winning artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you have I Show Speed coming out in the Rumble.
Yo,
May,
Speed
may he rest in peace.
died.
Uh, yo, like Braun Breaker killed him, bro.
Vic, pull that
Bro,
up.
bro. Like I thought he died, bro. Like he's lucky that's what he left with his leg. Then we check
Yo.
his neck.
Yo, Vic, do me a favor, hit F11 real quick. F11. Come on. There you go. There you go. Attaboy. All right. Speed. Speed was a victim of his own. And look, if you look in the right hand side, Vic, can you click that tweet that shows the GIF? Yup, that one. That's the one. That is. My man got hit by a freight train. We know
Yo,
that
freight
this
train.
dude Braun Breaker runs at like 35 miles an hour. He hit them ropes like he was going for breakfast. That he was gonna beat his ass. I think
Dude,
that
the way his head bounced off the mat, bro.
it was scary. It was a
scary, bro.
moment. I think that
And you know what's crazy? Was even scarier? That the spear that he hit on Roman Reigns was even better.
I don't know about better. I think better in
It was sold better, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's Roman Reigns too.
because it's Roman Reigns.
And then of course you have Paul Heyman on the side reacting to it, so it just adds to the whole experience. His face was like,
His face was like, what?
do
Do that one more game?
I personally think those curb stomps look better on Roman.
Ooh,
That's my
that was
opinion.
nice
my
too.
God, yo, them curb stops was crazy.
Dude, so Rumble delivered, bro. Yo, listen, Rumble had the only match in Rumble that I was kind of like, and I feel bad saying it because I'm a fan of DIY, but that tag team title match, it just seemed like it didn't belong because then you had the women's Rumble, you had that match, then you had Cody versus Kale, where Kale died, he came back to life, dude. That shit was crazy. And then you have the men's Rumble, like that tag team match did not belong. But anywho, it was a phenomenal Rumble. A lot of moments. Shout outs. I mean, obviously, Jey Uso. How are we feeling about? Let's talk about the winners. How are we feeling about the winners?
Yeet.
Of course. What's being said though? Which is always going to be the case, right? Okay.
I saw that. I saw that online. Fans posting that up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you this much. One, happy for Jay. I didn't see it going that direction. But the pull is there, bro. I mean, we talked
Yo,
about it
that
time
man
and
is
time again.
hot.
When it comes to the business, yo, he's selling merch.
Hmm.
Jay Yee, right, right, exactly, right. So it makes sense. It makes sense. What doesn't make sense is who's he gonna cash in on, right? Which is why there's rumors, like, right. And then on top of that, yo, he kind of fumbled on Monday, bro. Like, I get he's emotional. I get, yo, they were showing him mad love, but it was not the tearing up, the delivering of what he was trying to do. Like, and granted, it was his first time in
No,
that
bro, but
moment.
that builds sympathy.
A
Like
hundred
he did
percent,
a he did a
100%.
great job.
But what I'm saying, for those that feel like he wasn't it, that didn't help. That didn't help.
I
Now he
see.
did have his moments where he turned it on, right? But I'm just saying, for those that have that's their narrative, like, oh, he don't deserve it, better people, blah blah blah. That kind of shows a little bit that he's still green in that area. But yo,
I'm
he's put in the work. He deserved it. The fans are behind him. You seen the video of Rikishi watching it? He didn't know about it.
I was,
It
and
was a
that's what I was gonna
surprise for
say.
him.
I'm gonna give Jey Uso my flowers. One, for being the fourth member of the Anawahi family to win the Rumble, and two, for keeping kayfabe alive against his own father and not even telling Rikishi that he was gonna win the Rumble.
It's amazing, bro.
That's dope.
Amazing. So
And
that back and
I
forth with
think
him and Gunther was interesting, right?
Bubba just came out saying too that he's just like, yo, I think Jay needs to go over because he's white hot right now, and I
Yeah.
agree.
So
I
there's
think
no way he touches Cody
no,
because he said
bro.
he's coming to SmackDown tomorrow. So
I'm telling you right now.
okay, talk to me about that, like a triple threat. Roman Reigns in a cage.
Roman Reigns in a cage.
Well, I'll tell you this much: the way that Gunther came at him on Monday, oof, it's like, how don't you go after him? You know what I'm saying? And yo, and kudos for Gunther, bro. Gunther has been money like this entire time, bro. Because even for him to come out and throw the hot fire he was throwing out, bro. Ah, and kudos to Jay. He did better than I thought he would, considering how he started.
Yo,
He
and here's a
definitely
wild
rose to the
theory.
occasion.
Here's a wild theory. How do you guys feel about it? Listen, never say never in the world of professional wrestling. But what if Jay comes out just like his father did 20 something years ago, and he's like, I did it for The Rock. And he gives The Rock his opportunity. And The Rock gets that title shot at Mania.
That would feel so ass.
Yeah,
We just
that'd
did
be
that.
worse than him going after the
But-
TNA Championship.
But in return, remember The Rock is a final boss, and he gives Jey Uso that opportunity. But now you turn Jey Uso into a heel, right? Because he's working with The Rock. Yeah, that
nah.
would ruin everything.
Yeah, that's terrible booking, bro.
Yeah, nah, you
And
fine.
that's why I'm not a booker.
You
There
fine.
you
You
go.
a booger.
I'm a booger.
That
But
shit
you know,
is awful.
it seems like The Rock is mad at that too.
Excuse me?
Wow, anal.
Kind of leakage.
Wow. Wow.
Yo, F11,
Wow.
bro. F11.
Juicy.
Oh, we're good. It's midnight. We could say anything.
Oh, what
Beep, beep, beep.
Mm,
Suck my
mm.
beep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, man.
You gotta be on the window. You gotta be on the right window, bro.
Snuffleupagus.
What? You can't even say it.
So yo, it's crazy, right? Cause Jey Uso wins the Rumble, and yo, the names that were in the Rumble. He beat John Cena. Can we talk about John Cena's
This is one of his
last
biggest.
Royal Rumble?
Let's talk about
John Cena's last Royal Rumble.
Let's talk about his press conference, which I thought was fantastic. Vic, I'm gonna send you the link to that.
Phenomenal.
And I kind of I want to hear because it ain't too long, but
It's not.
I thought it was powerful. He
Powerful indeed.
spoke about what was best for business, and he's trying to say like he's what's best for business.
He still draws.
Ultimately, we've never seen John Cena be selfish, right? Although, hold on, let me take that back. Super Cena was what was best for business, as he said, as has said himself. But he's like, right now, I don't give a shit. I'm owed certain things because of how long I've been here, because I want to become 17-time champ.
Right.
So I'm owed certain things. And he did it respectfully. I thought that to go out there and say that like you're owed certain things, like that's not necessarily a face promo. But he delivered a very strong face promo, in my opinion. So I sent it to you, Vic, but it was fantastic. He's declaring eligibility for Elimination Chamber. I think ultimately the path for Cena is the struggle for relevancy. Where you want it, bro? I put it in the Skype chat, bro. That's what she said.
Just take it out so you can smell it already.
That's crazy. But ultimately, I just thought it was a fantastic cap off a solid performance. Once you see him in the ring as one of the last two, I was squirming a little bit. Yeah, I didn't know like it could have gone either way.
Which is why,
Good evening, everybody.
Which is why with like
Thanks
the
for showing
Charlotte
up.
and Roxanne one,
In
I
these
was like,
things,
oh,
usually
wait
I
a
field
minute.
all
Are
questions
they
that
really
go
about
way
to
too
propel
long.
Roxanne like that?
I would like
They
to do
should have known
something
better.
different tonight. I'd like to play a little game.
Yeah.
It's called Who Can Get the Headline Out Fast Enough.
Just
So I'll be
believe
fielding
that
no questions
he did
and
such
try
a
to do
good
my
job
best
here
to make a statement
at this
moving
press
forward.
conference that
In the
you're not
23
sharing
years
the
I've been in
audio
this
for.
business,
But that's crazy.
I know
I
there are
can't
different
see or
perspectives
hear
about
John
my path,
Cena.
but my truth is
I
I've never
can't see
used my
or hear him.
opportunities for a spot that I haven't
There's
earned.
this
I can
really
see
cool moment while Vic is figuring it out. There's this really cool moment that
Tonight was
when
special
CM Punk comes in
for many reasons.
Yeah.
But
and it's John Cena, CM Punk, and
has begun to
Roman
sink
Reigns
that,
in the ring,
it was my last
and
Royal
CM
Rumble.
Unk is like, which one of you two pretty
And,
boys
Las
are gonna
Vegas,
get it,
looking
or
at
which
the
one of you
sign,
pretty boys
it
want
was
it?
down to two.
And he's like,
I had a
I'm
moment
pretty.
to
I'm pretty.
let the energy sink in. I realized that Las Vegas is my last WrestleMania.
He's a funny dude, bro.
The last time
He's
I
a
main
funny
evented
dude.
a WrestleMania
Honestly,
was
yo, when you really
2013.
think about it, every time
That's
you
a
see
long
John
time
Cena
ago.
come back, it just shows you
The
how
reason that hasn't been at the
effortless
forefront
it
in
is
my
for
mind,
him.
I've
How
been a
how
gimmick.
much of a veteran, how
I've
much
been
of a
the
Hall of
first match.
Famer he is,
I've
that he
been
can
in the
pick it
middle.
up like nothing, bro.
I've shared beers with
Some
the
could
fans.
argue he picks it up better than The Rock, for
Because
sure.
my truth, my perspective is I've
Picks
always
what
done
up?
what's best for
Acting?
business.
No, I'm talking about the return to wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight,
In the
standing in that
appearance,
ring,
on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the
wanted
ring.
this experience.
It's an
to be
easier
a tour
transition
of
for John
goodwill.
Cena than it
I've
even
openly
is for
admitted
The
I don't know
Rock.
how much I have left
And
in
maybe
the tank,
because Cena also keeps it simple.
and I just wanted to do something that would be nice for all of us to get together and have a good time. Unfortunately, tonight, it dawned on me that that's not best for business. What is best for business is I main event WrestleMania. And what is best for business is, for the first time, I confidently say that I'm going to win a 17th championship. So I'm announcing tonight that I will compete in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm saying that because after 23 years of loyal service to this company, I feel that opportunity is earned. And yes, I'm flying back to Hungary to film a movie, so what I'm going to do is give my 5 other opponents 1 month to slander my name and bolster their self-confidence the best that I can. I told Toronto when I announced my retirement that I was grateful for the city and I would be back. And I would be back to kick ass. It is time to walk that talk and be who I say I am. I am going to the Elimination Chamber to win, and I'm going to main event my final appearance in WrestleMania and win a 17th championship because that's what's best for business. And I say that because it is not best for my ego. It is not best for my business. I have built my existence here off of hard work, loyalty to this company, and respect for all of its branches. I will win 17 not for me. I will win 17 to someday shake the hand of the person who wins 18. Thank you very much.
Bars.
Yo, bars, right?
Bars.
I thought that shit was dope. It's
Yo.
crazy because it could have gotten like, it could have been very off-putting. It could have been very
Right.
heelish. It could have done a lot of things, and it was fantastic. It was very John Cena in that he's gonna be a babyface. He's gonna be professional, but it's unlike him in that he's like, I'm gonna take it because I deserve it.
You know what's crazy? It's wild to me because, and obviously this is me overreaching and thinking too much into it. Uh, thanks to all the libations I've had and etc. But I think when he's saying what's best for business right now, right? I think John Cena saying he needs to win the 17th time champ to change the narrative, and then to one day shake the hand of the one who does 18. I don't know why, yo, but part of me feels like he's seen everything that's happened with Hogan and the reception, etc. He's like, yo, we need to like get this man out of here. And the only way to do that is to put the next best thing, which is me. Because it's not Stone Cold. It's not Stone Cold. He's not coming back to wrestle. Win the championship, not gonna do nothing. John Cena winning the 17th time champ, that's something that gets people talking. I don't know.
I I
I mean, listen, Pat McAfee called out Hogan this week on his show.
He
Hogan,
had Hogan
they
on his show.
yeah, no, but he called them out. He talked about like
Hogan,
the
I'm coming for you.
reception. No,
Nope.
he talked about the reception that Hogan got. Hogan was like, yeah, I think it's political things. Like, yeah, and then there's other stuff.
I appreciated that.
Right, right. Because I get Pat McAfee's position. Any of those people that have Joe Rogan, etc. I mean, Joe Rogan, that's questionable. Um, but bro, like, it's just how dense he still is as far as not realizing why the reception, right? But if you do get a chance, do check out the Joe Rogan interview with Hogan, because honestly, some interesting clips within that interview about the history, his experience with certain things, his point of view on a lot of the different feuds that were out there. Even talked about him and Bret Hart. Like, it was interesting. So I saw it in cut up clips, but something to witness for sure.
Something I did.
But now,
There you go. Seth Rollins had a lot to say about Hogan. One thing I appreciate about Seth is that he's not holding his tongue anymore.
no
Right?
tiene pelo en la lengua.
He did it. He did it with CM Punk, right? Calling him a cancer, which I appreciated him saying in the ring to CM Punk's face in their face to face. But I mean, it's not necessarily risky to say anything against Hogan right now because it's kind of fucking in vogue. but nah, Hogan and anybody else that thinks
Get
that
it.
they're just gonna say crazy shit and get away with it, nah, they deserve the flack. They deserve the heat. They deserve to get booed at Raw. They deserve everything that's coming to them and then some. And it's crazy because Pat McAfee pointed it out, like we just said, right? And he's just so goddamn dense that he doesn't even realize, or he continues to downplay it as just a political thing.
Right,
So good,
right.
good. I'm glad that Seth, and I'm glad for anybody that's gonna open their mouth about it.
And once again, let's not be remiss in mentioning why people are continuing to harp on it and why he's going to get the reception. Because, like Mark Henry just spoke about, he's had opportunities to kind of air it out, have the conversation, and he hasn't felt it was important enough to do.
That man don't care, bro.
He don't care.
You know what
So
side
if
he's
you don't
on.
show exactly, and that's the problem. Yo, can, can you just imagine one thing? Imagine, because I there were rumblings that reason why Hogan's pulled earlier on was because of The Rock after shit came out. Uh, can you imagine The Rock thinking back like Hogan hanging out with his father, shaking his father's hands, and understanding what Hogan really thought about his father at this point?
What?
Mm. What?
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I said because I remember watching Young Rock,
Mhm.
and you have the moments where Hogan, he's talking about the relationship with the family. You know what I'm saying? How he used to take care of him, come to the house, come visit, was cool with his father.
Mm.
What I'm saying is thinking back now and understanding that every time Hogan was with his father, as cool as it may seem, this is what he was really thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
With Rocky Johnson.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah.
Good
Yeah,
evening,
yeah, pretty
everybody.
much. I mean,
Thanks
That's a
for
long
showing
way to
up.
say it.
that was the
And
title.
these
That was the
things,
title of
usually I
the.
field all questions and
And even
Well,
even
I
even
do.
WrestleMania 18.
I want to go back real quick to the Royal Rumble because there was an
Okay.
incident that happened and we didn't really get to touch upon it.
Yes.
Drew
Yes.
McIntyre apparently came out of the match feeling very jilted for a couple of reasons. Does PCF died over here? What happened to him? Um,
Somebody
so
else.
so what happened allegedly is that he was kicking and screaming in the background talking about or backstage talking about how people just wanted to get their shit in, wanted to get their moves in.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then we found out who that may be. You guys know?
He's on fire. Oh no.
Yo, but I look, and I
I
think
don't
Logan
know.
Paul has something to do with it too because I saw that when Damian Priest bumped into LA Knight and Logan Paul were going at it. So it's not only LA Knight's fault. I want to throw Logan Paul in there too.
Well,
I,
in a
They
yeah.
moment
were
that
there dancing
probably
bachata or some shit.
And
in a moment
essentially the problem was that his elimination wasn't focused on. That's what really what it comes down to. Because his elimination was supposed to set up the feud between him and Priest. And because it kind of became secondary based on what the work that was being put in the ring, that's what he was tight about. But I mean, man, yo, to the point where you leave like that, like, bro, come on now, man. He's just pissed off where he's at. And yo, the grass ain't always greener, bro. Talk to anybody that's in AEW right now, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, este AEW está tristeza.
Ricochet is actually in a nice space right now, but AEW in general struggling.
Some could argue that Booker T was in a nice space when he won the title at WCW too, right? Until he was unemployed, you know, because the company went down to shit. Uh, purchased over. But I guess maybe that's the second win to his career because now he's in WWE.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Shucky ducky quack
Wow.
quack, puppy.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Yes. I'm
Yes.
so glad you bring this up. Yes.
Yo, I'm telling you guys right now, that man is going against Cody night two. Mark my words. Easily.
Yeah, for
Easily.
sure. Maybe. What
I
do you mean?
mean, night one at Philadelphia, right, was a tag match with the final boss, was it not?
with bloodline rules. Yeah,
So, are you gonna
Vic, you
tell
got an
me?
audio playing? Yeah.
I think Vic sat on the mic. That's why.
No, never
So,
mind. It's me. My bad. Bro, the Royal Rumble just started playing out of nowhere. I'm sorry.
Yo, thank God it was wrestling and not something else.
Right.
¿A ti te gusta así, mami?
Hey.
¿te gusta así, papi? Yo, it be like that sometimes, you know.
I can see that.
Oh man.
Yeah, how could you not? It absolutely was.
It definitely was.
So, in my heart, it isn't. It's the consolation prize.
Mm. Mm.
It's the second thing, right? So you look at Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth and that whole thing. Like, yo, that was cool as hell. And it is a main event of night one. It is not main event of the WrestleMania weekend.
Right.
It is not the most important thing that happened that weekend.
So are you taking away? Are you taking away the Usos main event when they went against Sammy and Kevin Owens?
Yes. It is the main event of night one. It is not the main event of said weekend. It just isn't. Yes.
They are.
Only in semantics.
Right. Similar to how Gunther's a world champion. Right. Yes. Which is why if Jey Uso does go after Gunther, it's going to be night one. And then if John Cena were to win the Elimination Chamber versus Cody, it'd be night two. Right. I mean, that's kind of what it's like, yeah. No, it's just that there's one A and one B, right?
They
Yeah.
are in semantics, they are main eventers, right? Like you main evented WrestleMania. You were the main event of night one. So you were the main event of a night in WrestleMania.
Yo, in the crazy realm, I mean, we talked about Jey Uso cashing in a TNA title, right? That's crazy. But yo, Charlotte Flair went after NXT Championship, right? So, would Jey Uso go after Obafemi? That'd be insane. Yeah, because you said Charlotte Flair, she won the Rumble and went after the NXT Championship. We've talked about him going after Joe Hendry TNA Championship, which is crazy to win the Rumble and do that. But could Jay go after Obafemi? I mean, it don't make sense. But in a multiverse, that's a possibility. Nah, I think Joe Henry will have more pop. Crazy as it sounds.
Wow. You think
Right.
that Joe Hendry has more pop than
Yes.
Jay Uso right now?
No, no, not Jay Uso, then Obafemi. The
Oh, Obafemi?
Obafemi.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Obafemi, yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. He's not over than Jay. I mean, Jay. Listen, let's stand corrected. Let's
Yeah,
make
I'm
sure to
like, yo,
put that
hold
out
on,
there. Jay
Jay.
Uso got a standing ovation for the first 10 minutes he was out there. Like, let's get it twisted. Like, he's over than Rover. He's white hot right now. That boy is cocaine.
Como?
Hey, the Colombian president thought he said it should be legal. The Colombian president said it's like whiskey.
I don't think that's what he said.
That's what he said, bro. Look at the article.
Say you'll be all right.
Pop goes the Weasel go pop. Ooh. Can I say this is the hottest she's ever looked?
It's looking like somebody else. That's rude as
No, but I just did the overall look.
I like
I
my
think the overall
milkshakes
look
as
looks
thick
her.
as Tony Storm.
Yes. I just think the overall look suited her. It looked great, phenomenal.
You like those? Never mind.
Shout out to Jordan Grace looking like Sabrina Carpenter.
I thought she
The
did.
meme out
Yo,
there.
she looked like her, yo. Tony
Yo, she
pulled it off.
did
Like she looked like her.
100%. Even the mannerisms and everything worked out well. Got me excited.
Of course it did.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
Doesn't take but a cold breeze.
Woo! They call me Ricky Dicky. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
Ricky
why.
Staneki?
Ricky Stinky.
Ricky Staneki que no se le para.
Ooh.
Talk about it.
The prestige, the system.
The Don Callis family?
But it was a chicken shit move. It was the chicken shit heel move. You gotta give Hangman some juice. So I get it. I get it. No, I get it. Yeah.
It's a
That's what you get.
mom.
Mama
My lot of mercy.
Cameron for Pop of the Week. Holly Cameron with her ventriloquism skills. She got the Mercedes Monet puppet. And every time, like I'm reminded, like Mercedes Monet, she hustle and she got star power. She ain't all that. So anytime that like someone who's as multifaceted and talented as Harley Cameron has an opportunity to share the screen with Mercedes Monet, I, I don't know, man. Like the shortcomings become abundantly obvious, or is that
Hmm.
just me?
Uh,
Man, this is why we can't have nice.
sure, she has her moments, right? And I think she's definitely, I think she's had difficulty transitioning from everywhere after WWE. So it's not hitting home right now. But I will say
Even that's hard to
she does
say
have her finger. Does have her finger to the pulse
because she's had
as she
success.
dressed up as Jaden Smith at AEW Dynamite last night. She had that brick house on her head, just like Jaden did during the Oscars, the Grammys.
That shit was kind of
Yeah, that's why she did that. By the way,
yeah, that was kind of whack. I mean, I
yeah, I
thought it
mean,
was whack when Jaden Smith did it. I thought he was even whacker than Monet
right?
did.
She doubled down. She doubled
Well,
down.
well, I don't think that she struggled to have success. I just think she's a little corny.
Okay.
I don't.
A word.
Oh, wow.
Hog wrestling sounds like I know somebody that has worked with them. You know.
Yeah, and I just want to add and give my chair shot of the week is gonna go to number 30 for the women's Royal Rumble, Nikki Bella, because I'm like so over that chick, bro. Like this divas
The
era
following is there.
is not there no more, bro.
Yo,
It's not
No,
there.
no, but
you like everybody wanted AJ Lee. You weren't getting AJ Lee. Okay,
Nah,
fine.
man.
We certainly
Uh,
didn't want Nikki Bella. Nah, nah.
nah.
And then
I think
I felt like
we
both
wanted Becky
Rumbles
Lynch,
kind of
bro.
lacked. My bad, PCF. But I felt like both Rumbles kind of lacked the surprise element.
really, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
But you know what it
like
was? You know what it
yeah,
was?
what
Because the surprises
Speed?
were known.
Logan Paul's number 30. Like
Yeah,
Trash.
what's the
Trash.
juice?
Trash.
yeah.
What's
I
the
think
juice?
the
We
big
got Nikki
names were already
Bella. Like
known. I think the big
we
names
have
that
a whole
were already
partner.
known.
We have a whole partnership with TNA. We got Joe Hendry. They didn't get Masha
Yo,
Slamovich.
no Masha Slamovich,
We
no
couldn't get
Dolph
like some
Ziggler.
rascals. We
No
couldn't get
moose.
Dolph.
Yo, can we talk about Fatu's showing in the Rumble, bro? Jacob
Oh,
Fatu,
nice.
yo, like honestly,
And the
legitimate
Friday
main eventer,
before.
and the Friday before as well. And you know what's crazy? I saw a post of him at the Rumble last year where he was going crazy with the main
Mhm.
event of
In
Jay
the
versus
fan
Jimmy.
in the crowd, right?
Yeah, bro. So, yo, just that juxtaposition of like from one year to the next, how your life could change. Wild, bro. Wild. But he did work, man. He did work. I'm a fan.
That was cool. That was cool.
You already know. Make sure to tune in. It's time to wrestle.
Make sure the three in as well.
Remember, wrestling heals, yo. Wrestling heals.